Hello, welcome to another edition of the Ultra Confusion Hangout. I am your host, Charlie, and I'm glad and very happy to announce that we have a co-host this evening, and that co-host is the one, the only, the prolific commenter himself, Zealeus.
Woo! We need banners and cannons and air horns and all kinds of crazy stuff to announce my rifle, I think. Because that reception just wasn't enough. I'm kind of sad, actually. I'm going to have to drink more wine in response to that.
Actually, in honor of you, last week I drank wine.
Really? I don't know if I've ever actually seen you drink wine.
Whatever, dude. I'm a red wine drinker.
What? I've never seen you. You're always drinking your beer, Your Coors
Well,
Light.
okay, fine. Yeah. During one of these things, I don't drink wine because wine makes me sleepy.
When do I see you? During this thing.
Fine, whatever.
I guess when we're in Florida, we drink some wine at your place.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're going to avoid that topic.
I don't remember it anyway, so.
No one does.
That's the beauty of it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a belated Happy New Year's to you all, from both myself and Zealeus. Some might be asking where last week's video or the previous week's video is. The previous week, that previous one, the one where Zealeus and I are in the same place, is going to be edited and put up. Last week's is going to be buried.
Wait, so I flew 2,000 miles just to do a podcast. It's not up yet? What the hell, yo? Man, I flew to Atlanta just for that. It's the only reason I was in Atlanta was just for the podcast.
Yeah.
No other reason. It's not like I had family to go see for Christmas or to go to Disney or anything else. It was just like, oh, Thursday night podcast. I got a few days off. I'm going to go to Atlanta.
Keep telling yourself that.
I sense skepticism on your end. I'm not sure why. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
You wounded me.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Okay, so it is the new year. Alter Confusion gains another year in age. Yes, technically, I think the birth of Alter Confusion is in March of 2007.
I can look back in my archives and see when we first started recording.
Well, recording? Like, I'm talking about the birth of Alter Confusion.
Well, for me, I mark it by when we started doing the podcast.
Oh.
Not the Google Hangout, but like the old podcast with Jesse.
Actually, it started out with us.
And then we got that. Well, Jesse joined us pretty early on, though. Jesse
joined in, I think, the first, like, number 15 or 20.
Yeah, but how many we did, it's pretty early.
True. Let's see. Anyways, I'm still, I apologize.
Oh, that's right. Well, you changed hosting providers at some point, so
yes, we did.
On here.
Oh, snap. Okay.
This only goes through February 10th, 2009, which is episode 61 of your comic.
Hold on. I got this. There's a reason why I back up everything.
Nice.
I will tell you. Well, I'll tell you when the first. Actually, I probably was recording the. Uh-oh. I don't think I have the first ever podcast. Well, maybe I do. Hold on.
What? Where is mine saved?
I've got number 16. That's as early as I've got.
Try this. Let's go back here. Huh. Let's try slow.
Yeah, the earliest podcast I have is number 16, which was 5/24/09.
I have number 7, 3/21/2009. Oh wait, here we go. The first, interesting. Oh wait, I go all the way back to February 7th, 2009 is the first one I have. And that's when I was using Audacity to record.
Yep.
So that's the first one I have. So, yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, right around early 2009 is when we started doing them.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so so the podcast was 2009, so that puts us at closing in on 5.
Make me feel old, man. It's older than your kid, yo.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Just think of that. If, many, many, many years from now, when little C4 feels like, dude, I'm getting old, just be like, remember, What's Confusion's older than you still.
Yeah. Right.
Make him feel, young again. Or something. I'm trying here.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So, anyways, our Alter Confusion correspondence started in 2009. I will, one sec here. Let me check one other thing here.
Away from my coat.
Oh shit! You know what? I think I started removing shit from this website, so I don't think I've got the. Oh, there's your cat.
Yeah. Getting her something to play with. She's going kind of crazy. But that's your job.
Yeah. All right, let's try. Holy crap! I'm in. Okay, Man, oh man.
But I think we get the point. It's been around for a while.
Right. I'm still going backwards, and I'm in 2008 now.
That sounds about right. Because it's a little bit older than the actual podcast. So 2008 sounds pretty reasonable.
A vast virus
damn it,
database
stupid
has been updated.
vast.
And actually, that's what you have on the website too. Is copyright 2008.
Well, there you go.
So yeah. Oh, you need to change the copyright date. Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, I'll get on that.
I know it's a high priority. Afraid somebody might pirate all of our stuff without the proper copyright date.
No, it's funny. You go to some of these websites and they have, there it is, November 15th, 2007. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
The first ever Alter Confusion entry.
Now I feel old.
November 15th, 2007. Which is also during the time that I was still working for Blue Heat, the mobile game developer.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about Blue Heat in your little mobile games.
Yep.
Many eons ago.
Indeed. All right, so let's get down to it. Alter Confusion is getting a year older. We, of course, are continuing to evolve. Yes, we too are getting older.
I've not learned the secret to aging yet, unfortunately.
I've already been asked to review 3 games. One PC game, one iOS game. No, 2 iOS games. So, starting off the year right.
Nice. Let's hear. That's like 3 more games than I played last week. No, I played 1 game in the last week. But it'll take me a long time to ever play through it. So
Right. Right on. Okay. I've started back up to Ouya. I'm currently playing a game that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head all of a sudden for some reason.
The Ouya. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It gives me the inside track to talking to developers and getting the word out that we review their games. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there is a game called Puzzle Quest Marvel. I've spent way too much money in that game. Like,
it's a Facebook game, isn't it?
No, that's the Android game. You're thinking of Marvel
Avengers.
Alliance, or Avenger
It
Alliance.
turns out, which pisses me off, by the way.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna interrupt you for a minute.
Okay.
Because I have my iPhone, right?
Yep.
By the way, I had never played it forever because like I was on vacation and my battery life is so terrible anyways that unless I put it in airplane mode while I was at Disney, it would die in the day.
Mhm.
So I was like, my phone's on airplane mode for 2 weeks now.
Mhm.
Anyways, so when you log into Marvel Alliance, it's like, would you like to catch your Facebook account, right? I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, perfect. I want to be, with my Facebook account because then, they're connected and whatever.
Mhm.
All it does is let you it actually only lets you access your friend list, which by the way, you're still not my friend on Marvel Alliance, by the way.
You are my friend on Marvel Alliance now.
Oh, you're not mine yet. Which is funny though, because I keep on getting friends requests from you from Marvel Alliance for the
Yep.
actual Facebook version of the game,
Ah,
not the iOS version of the game.
got it.
So it seems that there's some kind of weird kerfluffle going on. I don't know. So it's just annoying. It's like when you log into iOS version, it's like, oh, sweet, it's connected with my Facebook. No, they have nothing to do with each other at all.
Mhm.
So just one of those little annoying things in life.
Yep.
Are you still playing Marvel's Avengers?
Yes, it's actually the one Facebook game that I'm still playing. I have weaned myself of all the other Facebook games.
Way to be a man and stand up and take the gaming industry by its balls. I'm impressed, you.
Well, the problem is I replaced it with the Puzzle Quest Marvel game on my Android.
So instead of spending money on 5 different games, we're going to spend on one.
I didn't spend a dime on any of the Facebook games,
Oh, really? Impressive.
and
So
I've
what makes you spend the
spent
money
way
on the
much.
Marvel Puzzle Quest game?
Okay, so the Marvel Puzzle Quest game, I've gotten suckered into the PvP aspect. It's not really PvP because you play against an opponent's team. You're not really playing a live opponent. You're just going up against their top three or whatever their team currently has. And then you have it's time based. And so what you're doing is you're trying to rack up as many points as possible so that you can get special awards at the end of the time. Now, of course, when I was going for one of the Uber prizes, first of all, I've never been in the top past the top 23. That's the closest I've gotten, which is pretty impressive because there's like 3,000 or 5,000 people who are constantly playing this thing. But anyway,
That's what you
so
I know somebody famous.
I spent a little bit of money doing increasing the size of my roster. I have now 17 spots for Marvel characters that I can use. I spent some money on the crystals to help speed up some of the leveling up so I can use the characters I wanted to use. And I used the majority of the money that I've used is on trying to circumnavigate the amount of time needed for the health packs to regenerate so I can continue with my studs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you are paying to win.
Yes, I am paying to win.
So it's a pay-to-win game.
If you want to win fast, you have to pay. If you're willing to, basically leave it to the gods of chance, it's gonna be a lot slower, but you can still play the game. It's just gonna be a little bit nerve-wracking with certain aspects, like especially when you get better characters, because then you'll have to sacrifice someone on your roster.
No, I don't want to sacrifice anybody. So that's why you'd rather expand your roster so you can take them on without sacrificing somebody you've had since the beginning.
Yeah. Or someone that you really like, or maybe someone who just you've leveled up to as much as they can level up, but you in order to level them up further, you need to get another one of their ability cards, and that's just really luck of the draw. I mean, that's basically. I've gotten so many duplicate cards that I can't use that I automatically sell them, and I get like 100 crystal, which is worth jack squat to me because now I think it's like minimum for leveling up the characters I want to level up is like 650 or more. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, they want you to buy stuff and spend the money.
And they got me good. They got me good.
Nice.
So like I said, I've been playing the Ouya. I really wish I could remember what the name of the game was. I think the game's called Heroes of Loot. It's an interesting game. It's a rogue game where you get to choose from being an elf, a warrior, a magic user, Valkyrie, and if you get to level 30 dungeon, then you unlock the last character. So there's basically 5 characters, 4 right off the bat. The game is $2.99 on the Ouya, and basically, like I said, it's a rogue adventure game. You're basically going to be holding down the attack button the entire time. Yes, Heroes of Loot. You're going to be holding down the attack.
Or are you just looking at your stream?
I'm looking at my TV.
I feel like somebody whispered to you.
No.
Like, this is what it is.
No. I stealthily turned on the TV. So,
Nice.
anyways, yeah, it's called Heroes of Loot, and it's a randomized dungeon every single time. Every single character levels up at a different rate. Different characters have different amounts of damage. Everybody is a ranged attack. It just depends on what weapon you're throwing. You know, wizards. You start off with your let's just call it a bullet, being really small, and as you level up, it gets bigger and more powerful. All that stuff. Now, the weird thing about this game is that after you've done so much in the game, the difficulty of the game increases. But you can't decrease the difficulty. So really what you want to do is you want to be extra careful and play through the entire game on the first try. Because now when I play level 1, I'm at a difficulty of, I think, I'm going to cheat here real quick. I'm at a difficulty of 4 out of 5 for any of my characters. Because it's a set difficulty for everybody. Which kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest. I mean, and then, of course, you also have the component of, let's say a friend wants to try it and they need to get used to the controls.
Yeah.
But it is interesting. Basically, you're in a randomized dungeon. You're trying to kill enough monsters to find the monster that has the key that'll open the door to the next level. Monsters gain strength every single level, and there's a bigger variety as you go through. There's these special rooms called quest rooms where they'll give you a quest, but it's completely randomized. So sometimes it's like the stupidest thing in the world. It's like, oh, kill 50 skulls, and you'll get like 20 gold, and you're like, that's ridiculous. I mean, I'll probably kill that many, but I really don't want the 20 gold.
Gotcha.
But it's a solid game. It definitely screams 8-bit. I'll be writing up a review of that soon. Let me see what other games I've got on the Ouya as of right now. Another game I'm going to be messing around with is Fist of Awesome, which apparently needs to be updated. And Meltdown. Shit, I still need to write some reviews for some of these games that are on there still.
So many reviews.
I could always use someone to help me review some games, Zealeus.
Hey, I wrote a review when I got back from vacation. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I've only played one game in the past 2 weeks. Well, besides my Disney games, and that was Red Dead Redemption.
Nice.
There's one thing I cannot do in the game, and that is shoot from a fucking horse.
There's only one thing that I can do in that game, and that is ride through the fucking desert.
Isn't that what quick travel's for?
Screw quick travel, man. You want to go the long way.
I know you talked about how much you ride in the desert, but I'm like, wait, I can do quick travel and just quick travel to my waypoint, so I'm not really seeing an issue.
Mhm.
Or am I missing something?
You are missing the grand adventure of riding through the desert.
No, I'm actually good quick traveling. Thanks, though.
You're missing out on huge portions of the game.
I'm sure I am. And
You're shortening the gameplay astronomically by relying solely on quick travel.
Oh, shut up, you non-purist. Get out of my TV screen. I don't know. Where's Charlie and what have you done with him?
Yeah. I did get. Oh wait, keep going with Red Dead Redemption.
Well, no, that's just one thing I can't do in the game is shoot from a horse. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'm like, everything else I'm fine with, like the shooting, whatever, but on a horse, like I just can't do it on a horse. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, but overall, I've only played like 5 hours.
So, oh Jesus, you got a good chunk to go.
Oh, I know. I'm not very far into the game, so it's a tad bit early to really be like, what are my reflections of the game when I know a game like that's got a tad bit longer to play.
Yep.
What are you gonna show off, you?
Okay, I've got a couple things to show off. First of all, my new convention shoes are in.
Oh, those are awesome. Okay, it's red. I see red. Nice. Oh, your online handle. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. And of course, it's red laced as well.
It's glorious.
And of course, it's got the red racing stripe. Yeah.
That's funny.
So those are going to be my convention shoes. And then, of course, the other thing. Oh, let's see here. Let me do one thing real quick because this is going to bug the crap out of me. Hopefully, I don't crash everything.
Are you still looking for whatever you're looking for? I'm really confused.
Oh shit! I can't do mirror image on this.
Yeah, you can. Just press the magic button.
There's no magic button.
There's always a button. Like, what do you mean mirror display?
Huh?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to mirror image the video.
Like, show your screen on Google?
No. I want to flip the camera.
Oh.
I apparently don't have that option right now. Anyways, okay, so it's going to look really weird for the individuals who are going to be watching this.
I got it. Get a mirror and show it in a mirror.
Oh, for Christ. No, I'm not. Okay, so I got this. Whoops.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
Not on my screen, it doesn't.
I don't care about your screen.
Yeah, bite me. It's called Rivet Wars Eastern Front. It is a fast-paced, tactical, miniatures board game.
By Ted.
Terra Nova.
Sure.
Yet another miniatures game. I really just need to bite the bullet and just buy some fucking paint and then start learning how to paint miniatures because I've got a shit ton of them now.
Just teach your kid, man.
Teach my kid. Actually, what I need to do is I need to clean up my workshop so I can actually use it as a workshop.
That would be step one of world domination.
Indeed. But yes, yet another game that I kickstarted. I want to play it. Don't have anybody to play with, so go collect dust with the rest of my Kickstarter board games.
You just need to go to meetup.com and create a board game meetup.
Oh, I know. There's a group that does board games. I think it's like Saturday afternoons, but I can't make it.
Then create one for a different time.
Yeah, that's true. Start my own group, man.
College football season's over, yo.
Yeah, parenthood is forever.
That's true enough.
So, okay. So what I am going to do right now for the lucky ourselves is do a little dance.
Is what?
I'm doing a dance.
I know. That's why I'm really confused of what you're actually doing. I don't understand.
I'm entertaining the masses, which is just you and me.
Which means I should just kind of grab my cat and throw her on the screen for a you know, it would be a sequel.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm kind of fresh out of ideas. I think that we have come to the crossroads of we can't wing this for an hour.
Why? Just because we kind of sometimes regurgitate the same information from week to week to week to week to week to week to week.
So that we could fill the hour. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I hear you. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen of I guess the later viewing audience, you're going to see some crazy stuff from us because since we don't have an audience, we can act crazy. But of course, that's going to backfire because this recording is going to go up online. So you can't win them all.
You know how many? Okay, let's look at it this way though.
Yeah.
So, would you estimate or guesstimate that other, you know, fledgling gaming websites maybe have a podcast or some kind of, you know, online video in the same regards that we're doing now?
Would I say that there are?
Yes.
Yes.
Out there?
Yes.
Now, how many of them do you think are kind of, because we shoot pretty straight and narrow, you know, we kind of keep on topic, or try to, I should say at least. How many do you think kind of try to keep it, you know, pretty normal and kind of, you know, down to earth?
The majority of the websites, fledgling websites, whatever, they usually just pick a topic, they talk about it for a maximum of 20 minutes, and then cut themselves off. There's not a lot of hour-long broadcasts.
So what I'm going with is maybe going off the rails and doing something crazy. It might be a way to change things up and differentiate ourselves, is what I'm saying. That's attempting to go in a very roundabout way I tend to do things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Zealeus not doing a roundabout thing would be, oh, whoops, sorry, after punk, my bad.
What?
I keep doing that. Every single time I see someone in the chat room, I immediately like, oh, I'll type to them so they can hear me. And then I'm like, I'm retarded.
It might actually be my buddy from school. Okay, right before I came here, we were having a beer. I had one, he had three, because that's just, you know me, I'm a slow drinker.
No, you don't drink that well with beer anymore.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Well, I mean, come on, you can't master what we did in Austria, okay? First of all, that was real beer.
That was beer, man. That was beer.
All right, well, shit.
Yeah, and that was the first time I really drank too, which didn't help the hangovers the next day at all. No, because he knows, because, you know, Thursday nights, I'm like, dude, I gotta leave the bar by 6:30 because I gotta do the podcast. And so tonight it's like, dude, what's like the website and stuff? So I was telling him, you know, alterconfusion.com, etc. I was like, come watch it, Twitch TV. I'll be hosted, linked on the website. So that could possibly be him watching us. I don't know. Does it have like a screen name listed there?
Yeah, it says After Punk.
Oh, I have no idea. That doesn't. It's not any alias I know him by. I'll put it that way.
Okay, well, thank you for showing up After Punk. Okay, well, shit. Now that we have an audience,
let's go even more crazy.
Yeah, let's go completely insane. Okay, so I have a brand new web camera, which is actually the one I'm using right now. And what I'm going to be doing in the future, I haven't decided exact time yet. Excuse me. But I would like to start utilizing Twitch TV for the real reason that you use Twitch TV, and that is to broadcast gaming sessions.
What?
So what I'll be doing, because, you know, Alter Confusion is basically run out of my wallet. I don't have all the money for, you know, those nifty little cards to do screen captures or whatever. So I'm going to use this HD camera to point it at the TV when I'm playing the Ouya or Xbox One or 360 or PlayStation 3. I almost said 2. That'd been really weird. I do have a PlayStation 2 back at the house now.
I still need to actually play Dot Hack GU 2 and 3.
Oh, Christ. You have those, don't you? Did I give them to you?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And your PlayStation 2, which is still sitting there and still functional.
Uh-huh.
You'll get back one of these decades.
Yeah. Oh, so speaking of PlayStation 2, and kind of segueing into uh, backwards compatibility, my dad was beyond.
PlayStation 4 is now backwards compatible.
No, Sony's not going to do that. Neither is Microsoft. I mean, I would love it. I mean, for all those people with who crave for nostalgia, it's perfect. But at the end of the day, why not re-release the game if it's that high of a demand, like a Halo, onto the Xbox One via a digital platform, and it works fine?
You have to buy it all over again.
Well, of course.
It's a recoup cost again.
Well, yeah, of course. But anyways, my dad, like I was talking to my dad last night. He plays Halo. He plays Gears of War. Basically, he'll play any first-person or third-person shooter.
Yep.
He doesn't play Call of Duty though.
Huh.
I think probably because he's not a multiplayer kind of guy.
So he plays them for the single player aspect of the FPSs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He loves the story. But anyways,
FPSs have storylines?
Halo does.
Okay, this is true. It does.
And to be honest with you, Halo 4 had the best storyline out of all of the Halos. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4. Halo 4 was the best, story-wise. Anyways, my dad is currently playing Halo 4 on Elite.
On what?
Elite.
Oh, like hard mode.
Yes. Like super, what the hell is wrong with you? You got to be a perfectionist mode.
Yes. How's that going for him?
Oh, he's trudging through it. He's enjoying the shit out of it. I'm like,
at some point, I really want to replay through actually the entire Mass Effect trilogy on like whatever that like super duper hard mode is. And I want to try through it. And kind of the same thing where I know it's like you actually have to like choose your party correctly and actually level up correctly, not just in normal mode you can kind of do whatever the hell you want really and you'll be fine. But if you play like super elite hard mode, it's like nope, you actually have to do things correctly now, and you can't waste ammo and all this other crazy stuff. So someday I'm actually gonna try that when I have time to invest, which no problem there.
Right. Yeah, I would love to replay some games. I would absolutely adore that, but I can't. I have to continue to review games, especially from independent developers. And if you are an independent developer, we're still offering our free beta QA services, but something tells me that I'm going to have to start putting a price tag on that.
You getting a lot more requests lately?
Well, people want like truly in-depth, like, all documentation, all that stuff. And if they want that level, I have to charge.
It goes at some point like from like a review to like almost like a critique or like, QA of your game.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a difference, a review's, 500 words, although sometimes I know yours might be a little bit longer, but there's definitely a difference between a review and going a little bit beyond that and really getting down to nuts and bolts. And
absolutely.
I agree and I know you're not in it for the money, but there's definitely a difference between just reviewing a game and doing that.
Gotcha. But yeah, so I've got quite a few games. I've got, once again, the easiest way to find these developers are either by chance through the Ouya or the Facebook, the independent developers group.
The social media.
Yeah, social media. At the end of the day, the most difficult thing to do is to actually find the independent developers, because it's really a buddy-buddy system. So I'm just, I'm always trying to you have everything here seriously. I watched you without a sound. It was fun, as if you're playing with him in a quiz.
What? I'm so confused.
I'm awesome.
You are the man.
Thank you. Anyways, so shit. What the hell was I saying?
Something about independent developers will review your games because independent developers, they're not out there advertising for themselves because the whole point of your session that you're going to talk about where you've made your game, you think you're finished, but you're not really finished.
Well, right. Yeah.
By the way, I'm still waiting for this podcast to go off the rails like you talked about. I've been drinking and it's still pretty much on topic.
I'm still dancing. No.
That's just scary.
I know. In all seriousness, I'm going to try to do more gaming sessions on Twitch so I can actually use Twitch for what the purpose that it's supposed to be used. PC games. There's a game that I will. The one thing I'm trying to avoid is to do it at random times. I want to schedule. I'm better with schedules. Like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on a Thursday. Hangout.
Well, it's kind of like me. Like, I guess my analogy to that would be for me working out. If I join, say, the $10 fitness place down the road, I might go for like a week or two, and it feels great that week or two. But third week, I'm probably gonna, be like, I don't feel like going today. And before you know it, you're just not going at all. Whereas I joined CrossFit a couple of months ago. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 is when I usually go. It's like a set schedule. And you're going at this time. Now I'm actually inclined to go, and I'm thinking in my head a day in advance. Okay, I'm going tomorrow at 5:30. It's much easier to keep that commitment to the activity if you have that set schedule versus just like, I could just go tomorrow, whatever, and then before you know it's bedtime. So schedules definitely make a huge difference and stuff like that when it can just kind of be put off. If only work was like that, we could just put off work forever. You don't really have to do it.
What, you don't take random naps in the middle of the day? Isn't that a thing?
I do. Dude, I'm the tech guy. I can do whatever the hell I want. Come on.
Once the door's closed, no one knows if you're there or not.
Exactly. I have my cell phone off me if shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
There's a couch in the staff lounge.
Uh-huh.
Although you're the one who works from home.
Yes, I am. And I'm trying to get my shit together.
I couldn't work from home. It would not end well. I just don't have I'm just not the person who would work well from home. I get distracted way too easily.
I have been getting distracted, so I've been trying to set a schedule now. And a schedule might help in several different areas for Alter Confusion as well. For me to do one article a day, one or more game reviews a week, 1 or 2 extra videos a month, and the Georgia Game Developer Association meetings count as one.
So, I know this is a crazy question.
Yes.
But I'm guessing since our fellow wingman is now hitched at the hip, I'm guessing there's not much of a chance of him getting back on involved in any capacity.
I would love to get him back into the fold. I really don't know when or if we can regain the third Musketeer.
Because even like, just kind of like you said, admittedly in the podcast, we're trying to run to a little bit of a relative the same thing, kind of recycle it. Even like once a month.
Yeah.
Change things up once a month would be awesome. Just get a little bit of a change up here and there would be wonderful.
Right. I agree. Change ups are good. That's why I want to introduce the gaming sessions, because you may not see me play the same game, and I also want to try to keep it. I haven't decided. I can either do kind of like excuse me. There are people out there who play a game for 20 or 30 minutes at a time. And then they cut it, and they save it so you can actually watch the people play through the game.
Yep.
But the only reason why I wouldn't do that is I would be driving but I would want a passenger as well to throw in commentary, because sometimes when I game I kind of space out.
Yeah.
So I would love to do that type of thing, but I think more than likely what I will do is I'll just throw up the video for 45 minutes of me playing, leave the chat window open, and then roll that way and just not record it. Just have just the live feed.
Gotcha. See how that works out for a while. So you never know.
I will tell you this right now. I will probably be very picky about the games that I'm going to be broadcasting on, because I don't want to look like a total moron. So you'll probably never see me play Smite or any MOBA game.
Oh, come on. Play versus the CPU.
That's my one problem with Smite. If you play against the CPU, it's always the same fucking god. It's always Raw. And Raw always burns my ass. Though I do have to say that I would be interested to see, if I chose Raw, if you would choose Raw as well. I've never tried that.
Sounds like an experiment to undertake.
Indeed. Okay, so Zealeus.
Yo.
I'm going to turn the camera onto you for just a second, and you are going to chat about games.
I'm going to chat about games.
Yeah.
So, all right. So one other thing I was looking at, this is why I was in Atlanta, actually. I don't remember how I stumbled upon it now.
Mm-hmm.
But another game I've been potentially looking at trying to play. I don't know if I'm going to, because some games you just kind of look at and you're like, holy shit, that's going to be a time sink to even like learn how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not talking about Dwarf Fortress. The game I'm talking about, it's a game called Starbound. For those who don't know what it is okay. So originally company, it's basically a Minecraft type game with the type of graphics. You gotta find stuff, find materials, build stuff. It's kind of got that 8-bit feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
The original company, it's a game called Terraria. I'm probably not saying that right.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly the game you're talking about. Yeah.
So basically, one of the producers or graphics artists or something from that game went on and moved on to then create Starbound.
Mm-hmm.
Terraria, it's based on, kind of like the name would imply, it's more of an earthbound game. You're doing stuff like on a terrestrial planet. Whereas Starbound, as the name implies again, you're more in space now. You have like a spaceship, and then you go down to like random planets. It's it follows it's Minecraft like in that you gather materials, then you got crafting, you build stuff. I watched it was a 15-minute playthrough of just a tutorial of Starbound. Even after that 15 minutes, it's like holy, and that's just it's basically learning how to jump in Mario. It's just the very smidgen of the basics, but there's so much more to the game.
Right.
Holy crap, it looks really cool and awesome. But it's wow, is this really a game? And plus, it's also still in beta technically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's do I really want to invest as much time into a game? But it definitely looks like it'll be a fun game to at least try out and give it a shot to see how it is. So I've been debating, in my mind of Starbound looks like a pretty cool game. Do I want to give it a try? Also knowing that Minecraft just quite caught my attention. So that's possibly a game on my radar. I just don't know. Earlier this week, I also beat Civilization 5.
Finally.
No shit. I beat it through tourism victory. Okay.
What the hell is that?
I know, it's the cultural victory is what it really is, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I guess I'm still the mindset of freaking Civ 2, where you win through spaceship victory or you win through world domination.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Civ 5 is different. There's you can win through diplomacy, which means basically you win because you have this not random, every 30 turns you have world elections, and then you have things you vote on, mm-hmm. and then I won a cultural victory. You have all these different multitude of ways you can beat the game. I'm are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to think the thing with the other victory, like my victory, the cultural / tourism victory, or the world leader victory, the problem is once you kind of get momentum going, it's very hard to stop. Because what it is, so basically in the game, basically the way I game is you have what's called tourism. Basically get that by building wonders usually, or you now have this thing called artifact or archaeology. So these archaeologists go around, collect basically great works. You send them back to your village or your city, and then it creates tourism. The problem is once you get such a great tourism output, like if I'm another civilization, it's very hard to basically counteract that. And the reason I did this is because going back to the world victory leader is basically each civilization, they have 1 vote per a civilization plus 1 plus a city-state that they have an ally in. But the other catch is every time you have the most votes, you get 1 additional vote in future votes. So it's very hard to win early in the game, but as you get more of those votes, it becomes almost impossible to then catch up to that civilization. So eventually it just becomes this domino effect where it's like, how the hell am I going to catch up? So I know in 180 turns the civilization's going to win just because they're going to get another vote every 30 turns. So what the hell am I going to do in 180 turns from now? So I'm not quite sure how I always feel about I mean, granted, you can turn these victory modes on and off when you're setting up the game through scenarios. So I don't know. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. Civ 5, super game. I'd play it again. I'm sure I'll play it again. You know, I played probably 40 hours in the game I played, so not anytime soon. But always good game, good stuff, good times. I should mention that was the Gods and Kings expansion, along with Brave New World, the 2 expansions. So I'm sure that I don't know what the influence of those 2 expansions versus like just the bare naked Civ 5 version is. I'm pretty sure archaeology wasn't one of those expansions, though. I don't think that was in the original version.
Gotcha.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, it's Civilization. You get what you get. But no, I beat the game fair and square. So that's where I'm at with my video games life right now.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get a new computer because I have a bad feeling that I'm about to butt up against the wall with PC games.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, get a Steam PC. At least you know it'll work. Hey, you'll know it'll work, right?
For now.
You know, my suggestion is
What?
go to one of 2 websites. Either Ars Technica.
Yep.
Or go to TechDirt. Not TechDirt. That's another one. Hold on a second. Let me pull up my blog bookmarks. TechReport.com. Either one of those, they have system builder guides. Just
I know.
find a price range and just buy the components that they suggest.
I know.
That's my advice.
In order to do that, though, I would need money. I really don't have any money to buy or build a PC right now.
I have a PC from about 6 years ago I could donate. It's a 7600 GT video card from about 8 years ago. No, not so much. I mean, you can build a pretty damn good gaming rig for $500.
Oh, I know. I know, and I'll probably have to do that at some point.
Because you can reuse your case, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I mean, that's $100 right there off of most of the guides.
Yep.
You can probably reuse your
power supply.
Your what?
Power supply and hard drive.
Yeah. So that's probably 150 to. The only problem with your power supply does it have the PCIe power adapters. Okay, because you have the PCI, which a lot of the old
dude, this thing is it's overpowered for my current setup.
Okay. That's the only thing I would check on the power supply is you just have to make sure it's the PCIe, probably because almost any new modern video card needs that. So that's the only catch. Otherwise, I'm sure it's fine. That's the one thing I would check on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can probably save $200 right there and stuff you can reuse. Because really, you basically need the motherboard, processor, RAM, and really the most expensive part is usually the graphics card. You seem perplexed by what a graphics card is, Joe. The
No,
graphics.
I'm not exactly sure. You are concerned about the growing popularity of Dota 2, that one day she will outshine all games?
What?
We're not even talking about Dota 2.
I'm so confused. Dota 2? Wait, Dota 2?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about Dota 2? I'm so lost.
I don't know. Anyways, speaking of Dota 2, one of the key components that they want to instill for the Steam box is the ability to play Dota 2 via controller, which I'm not
Huh.
exactly sure how that's going to work.
I need to think about it. You have what, 6 core abilities in Dota, right?
Yep.
Thinking right?
I think so.
Or any mobile game, I should say, for that matter.
Right.
So, if you got A, B, C, D, your 2 triggers, probably your special abilities or something, like uber abilities.
Hold on. You keep talking. I'm gonna pull up the picture of the controller so I can show you.
Oh, yeah, no, that'd be sweet. So, I could see it working with the controller. The problem I could see is, MOBA is one of those games where you need, when you get to the upper, echelons of MOBA competition, there's those extreme twitch controls that you get with the mouse. The the controller obviously has its uses and benefits, but you just don't get that same exact control with the gamepad with the mouse.
Right.
So that'll be my one thing about MOBAs on the controller. But then again, if everybody playing, say you're on this, would it be cross server? How does that work? If you're playing Dota 2, seems like people playing on a controller would be an extreme handicap against people playing on a keyboard and mouse.
Right.
And playing in a MOBA. So that's where I'd be wondering on how would that work.
That is the controller.
Huh. Okay, I'm kind of speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. You know what? I'm going the old school Blizzard route. Is Steam? They do a lot of things right. Gabe Newell, he's the man. So I have faith in Steam that they're not going to totally fuck up their Dota franchise, which is pretty popular. The thing with Dota 2 is it's kind of funny because there's almost like this split in the gaming community of video games. We're like, yeah, PC's hardcore, man. Whereas Xbox is like, man, you're a noob.
Yep.
And Dota 2, from my experience in the community, seems a little bit on the more hardcore side of MOBAs.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you're trying to introduce the less hardcore version. And let's be honest, hardcore Steam users, they're building their own damn PCs anyways.
True.
So it's kind of like, I don't know about this. I'm trying to be positive. I want to like it. I try to like what Steam's doing because Steam's pretty awesome.
Yep.
I like being able to build a new PC and wham bam, all my games are there. It's like the best thing ever.
Yep.
So I don't know why, but my screen's black for you now. By the way, I thought you just might want to know this, that I don't see your lovely.
I know my camera for Google, apparently Google's saying that they can't see me.
Well, that's disappointing if I can't see Charlie, man.
I know.
It's like my life is incomplete.
But my camera's saying that I'm on, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's odd. I maybe just go back, toggle back and forth a couple times, see what happens. That'd be my best guess. Usually do the trick, it seems. Amnesia, the Dark Descent. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
That is a first-person adventure horror game.
Okay, for some reason, Steam is updating Amnesia, the Dark Descent demo. Even though I don't remember ever. Most of the games, even if I never played them, like, oh yeah, I remember buying that in a Steam sale.
Oh, what the hell?
Whoa, hey, no, I'm the big. Whoa! Dude. Are you having issues over there, my friend? Do I need to remote PC into your computer and be like, wham, bam it?
I want to get rid of the screen share. What the hell is going on?
Are you breaking your computer again?
Yeah, I am. And of course, it's reversed from. No, I don't want to screen share. I don't want to screen share.
Don't we love modern technology?
Jesus. All right, there. Okay, now turn it back on. Turn it back on.
Oh, I see Arlo. We're getting closer. or not. So question for you.
Yep.
How did your family take this weekend?
We survived it.
Y'all will move on with life.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, at least y'all didn't spend all the money to go out there and see the game.
No, I still would have liked to have gone out there though.
Yeah. I guess to be fair, who wouldn't want to go to frickin' Pasadena?
Yeah. Oh shit! Now I lost you too.
Charlie Hawkins opened capture.
No. God damn it. What the fuck?
Are you drunk or high? Are you in Colorado and you have your own weed shop?
I wish, but no. Great. Now I'm pulling on my fucking profile. Lord, Lord.
Wow, you're really doing some crazy stuff, my friend.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Why am I don't want capture mode. God dang it.
Does Charlie need to go to like a Google Hangout lessons? Be like, this is how you click Google Hangout. This is how you not screw up your video camera.
Now I'm opening up the Hangout box.
And
I don't know.
I still hear you at least.
I know. Woo!
Whoa! What the hell?
I don't even know.
What are you doing?
I took a picture.
What are you taking pictures? Oh, I was taking a picture of the damn screen.
Yeah, I did.
Nothing on it.
I don't know. Ever since I tried to screen share, I can't get my fucking.
Oh, this is pretty awesome. Oh, I'm taking a photo too now.
Oh God! And now we've gone. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, because of the technical difficulties, we're going to close the recording and we're going to keep the Twitch stream going.
Of us talking apparently with Arlo.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you for tuning into the Alter Confusion Hangout for myself, Charlie, and Zealeus. We will see you next Thursday.
Remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.